Hi guys, so we got a PR package from iFootage. Let's unbox it together. So we got a round base monopod RB-A400 from iFootage as a package. So I'm going to be unboxing this to show you what it looks like, what it's about. Ooh, this is well padded. So this is the rod, right? And from my research, I saw that it is made up of carbon fiber, right? Meaning it is quite lightweight. As you can see, it's really lightweight. It's not as heavy as I would probably think a tripod is going to be. We have instruction manual here, which I'm going to open in a bit. We have the turning head. So this is probably going to be here in case I want to do anything. Oh, this is nice. Don't worry, I'm going to set this up properly very soon. Now we have the main thing, which is the round base for the monopod, right? This is a little bit heavy, right? You can see from this is round. There is a connecting screw here for the monopod. We have these rubbers here. The hat has grips, so you can grip the floor well, or wherever you put it is going to stand properly. And this is quite heavy, right? And there is a suede base here. This is really nice. It feels very nice. So I have a bad habit. I'm always smelling my product. It smells very new. We are going to set this up. You can hear it. It's very, very solid. And it's quite heavy. You can see my muscle. But yeah, all you need to do is screw this in. So screwing this in. Compared to the weight of a C-stand, this is actually lighter than a C-stand. C-stands are actually really, really heavy, especially if you're getting a high-grade C-stand. I'm going to put this on the floor, right, just to show you how tall or how high it gets. So I'm going to unlock it. This is quite tall, it's quite high. I'm going to raise it up a little bit more. Wow. This is the highest it can go. This is quite good compared to how tall I am. So this is me. I'm around like 6 foot, I guess, right? But this is taller than me, so it's around like 6 foot, say 5 or 6 foot 4. So yeah, let's go to real world tests of using this. Hey guys, so we are going to be doing a mini photo shoot here. Sorry, this is like my first time seeing snow, but it's like ice. But anyways, we're doing a mini photo shoot here. I'm going to be trying the monopod with a strobe light, which is my 8600 BM. I'm going to be using a beauty dish because I don't want to use a proper modifier, because I think the modifier is going to fall it down because the modifier is really big. I'm going to be using my as a model. I intentionally waited for sunset so we can have this in our background. Yes, I'm going to be using the monopod on the floor, but this is ice. Well, snow, ice, I don't know which one it is. I'm going to put it here. I'm not sure I'm supposed to do this, but the base of the monopod is heavy, right? And we're not really heavy, it's really light but sturdy. But for the light is quite heavy, but we are still going to try it either ways because I want to see what if it's all this properly. So yeah, I think it's standing properly. Now, I would not recommend you doing this with a soft box because it's going to trip over. And we are outside. Ooh, let's try it again. That was sturdy, right? Nice. Now, I want to show you the difference between using the monopod and the tripod. One of the few things I kind of noticed with both of them is with the monopod, I don't really need to stretch the legs of my tripod, of the monopod actually. For my tripod, I will need to stretch the legs of my tripod to ensure it is stable and sturdy, right? And see how wide I need to make it to ensure it is sturdy, right? And this can slip off. When I got this light stand, actually, yeah, I got it at a cheap price. Not cheap, but I got the cheaper version because I didn't have the budget at the time, and it's not as high as I would like it to go, right? So this is the highest this could go, right? Or this can go. Now, but for this, oh, apparently the same height. I never knew that. But then there are other ones you can get, tripods, and you can get, but this is really good. Now, I don't recommend you take it this high with this kind of light, because this light is really heavy. But the difference is I didn't have to hook it here. I could just close it here, right? Let me see if I need to take it higher. If I can take it higher. Oh, I don't need to. It's pretty sturdy, so let's try. Don't try this at home. Anyways, so we're going to have the photo shoot now, and we're going to see how the pictures come out. Oof, I didn't prepare for this amount of cold. So it's really cold. Oh. Well, anyways, yeah, the monopod is good, right? Now, like I said, the base for the monopod isn't as wide, sorry, as the one for the tripod. So, good luck to us. I also tried using the Round Base Monopod to set up for a talking head video. I used it with my video light as a key light and also the background light or hair light in this case. Now when I use it for the key light, because my video light has a knob that is broken, it tends to bend over, and when I put the softbox on it, it's top weight heavy, so I had to put a sandbox just to balance it out. I'm not saying that the monopod was tilting over, I'm talking about the video light in this case. The monopod stood its ground, so that means that if you put something heavy and you are not in a windy situation, probably you're not outside, you are indoors, it would work well as long as no one is actually pushing it over. Now when I put it in the background for my background light or as my key light, the amount of space it would have taken a traditional tripod to occupy that same space, the monopod didn't have to take that amount of space, so it just worked seamlessly. I just put it in that same position and it was fine. Recently I went for a video shoot, the very first video shoot I had this year, and I took it put it in a traveling box. What makes it interesting is you can unlock it, you can unlock the connecting rod and the base, put it in a box and travel with it. I took it to the client's location, we set up a video light. I used my LED light in this case just to set up for the video shoot, and it was really fine. Now let's talk about some of the things I've noticed while using it. Now if you are the kind of person that unconsciously plays around with your gadgets or your equipment, now the monopod, the way it locks is it works by turning this knob, right? So anytime you use it, right, you have to be very careful about turning this knob, because unconsciously you might maybe want to carry it and maybe you turn it and mistakenly the stand or the rod just comes down. So whatever you have put on it will just come tumbling down. So you have to be very careful about that. Number two, it is downweight heavy. Now if you are going to be carrying it out for shoots, you have to be very careful because this is very heavy. Though in a way it's light, but then it's heavy. You can see me using it with my muscles, right? You have to be careful using it. You get a car or a box to move around with it. Number three, I used it on ice outside to show you what it was like to shoot in a different location. You can say ice or snow, whichever one you prefer, right? One thing I now noticed after using it outside is the gripping rubber here started to come loose, and I have to always put it back every time I want to shoot. So that might have been a flaw while I was using it, but trust me, it still works and it still does the work. Like, I can put it in any location and it will still do everything I need to do. But the only thing might be, you have to be careful with this. So if you are going to be getting a round base monopod like this, do not put it in a location where there's going to be water or ice or snow, right? Use it indoors and you will not have any problem with the gripping rubber. Number four, half the time, I don't have to actually just move it around as much. I just put it into one location and I shoot with it. So if I want to move it around, I just carry it, move it to a particular location I want to use it in this particular space, right? I put my light stand on it, and you're good to go. So one thing I actually looked forward with using this monopod was with my camera. Now, if you're the kind of person that shoots talking head videos, weddings, sit-down videos where you don't have to move the monopod or your tripod as much as possible, in this case, this is a very good gadget to have in your arsenal. You will not have to move around as much, right? You will just put it in the location. But I needed to have gotten a fluid tripod head, which as at the time I was shooting this video, I don't have one. So if you're going to get one and you want to use it as a tripod stand for your camera, you might not be able to use it because you need a fluid tripod head. To end the video, first of all, we say a big thank you to iFootage for sending this in. This has been really good. I've been working with it. I've been using it for a lot of things. But if you are going to get one, it's around 90 to 100 pounds. So budget that in if you are going to get one. And I hope that from watching this video, you'll be able to see some of the live experiences of me using it and some of the pros and cons of me using it. Why I would say you should get one. A quick recap: if you are going to be getting one, ensure that whatever you're going to put on it is not top heavy, so it doesn't tilt over. So for your video light, you can put your LED on it. You can put a very small softbox on your video light, put it on it. It's going to work perfectly. And if you want to travel along with it, get a box, get a car, you are good to go. I hope that makes sense. And until next time, guys, bye.